Hi everyone, welcome to the third video in our series on transitioning TimeClock from DBF to MySQL. In the last video, we set up the Apollo data module with methods to configure connections and manage tables. Right now, we are going to focus on creating a dedicated MySQL service layer. This layer will handle interactions with MySQL database, making our application more modular and maintainable. Let's get started. So, the MySQL service layer acts as a bridge between the user interface and the database. It contains business logic to interact with MySQL tables, such as verifying user credentials or retrieving employee information. This approach separates database access from other parts of the application, making it easier to manage and extend in the future. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to right click here and add new unit. Uses system classes system dot sysutils and data dot db. We can call this class as TimeClock MySQL service. We are going to need public, and every class needs a constructor. The create means the object is instanced, and we are defining what we want to happen in the creation, and every class must have the destructor. This means what we want to happen when everything is finished. Everything is finished, we want to destroy the class. And we want to create a function checkpin. For this guy, we want to remove this block of code, the click to open all tables, seek the pin, and we want to transfer that to do it here. A pin string, and we want a out variable amp ID. This means if the pin was found in the database, we want to get the ID employee to return to the user, to the form. Boolean. And by taking a look at our project, I can see here that we want the full name of our employee. So I'm going to create a function get driver name. I'm going to pass an amp ID string, and I'm going to return the full name. Alright. What do we need for this case? Let's get started with the create method. we must to ensure if our MySQL data module is not created, is not assigned, we have to create if not assigned time clock. Oh, I'm going to declare here. We want to use our MySQL dot data module. I don't remember the name. The name is TimeClock. If not assigned DM, the correct name is this one, MySQL DM. If not assigned MySQL DM, then we have to attribute MySQL DM equals T MySQL DM dot create new. That's all we need for the creation. And for our check pin, alright, we want to start with our MPID as empty, and after that we can run with time with MySQL DM dot tbl pins to begin. Try. We want to catch every error. TBL pin is closed. Right now we are going to redefine the SQL, and we want select amp ID pen from time clock pens where pen equals the parameter a pen plus limit 1 param by name pen as string equals a pen. Open. Right now we want to ensure that we found the password. If not is empty, begin result equals true, and our amp ID must get the values from field by name amp ID as string. And if any error happened, we want to intercept exception do raise exception dot create error trying to find the user e dot message. Alright, I'm going to create a folder here. This folder, it will be called services. And this unit will be called TimeClock MySQL service. Build. Alright. Fireduck stem param is not in uses. Alright. Fireduck.stem.param. I'm going to insert a breakpoint here. So in our login unit, we want to use also our MySQL data module. We don't want to use for now our Apollo data module. I'm going to comment this block of code to avoid errors. And I'm going to create here oh, I think I forgot to create the next function here, which is the get driver name. Let's do it first. Alright. With MySQL dm.tbl do begin try except. First of all, we want to close our table and we want to attribute a new SQL command and then select fname, midname, lname, from employees where emp id equals the parameter emp id. Limit 1. Param tbl drivers param by name emp id as string equals n emp id. Open. If not is, hold on 1 second. Let's run a build command here. And declared the mclock. The mclock is here. Let's run a clean and a build. Alright, now we can proceed. If not is empty, then begin result equals trim field by name fname as string plus a space plus I'm going to copy and paste here. We want the full name, mid name, and last name. On exception do raise exception.create error trying to find the user plus e dot message. Okay, right now I'm going to replicate this. For that, I have to declare here a local variable called, we want an instance of this time clock service. F MySQL service T time clock MySQL service build. Alright, I'm going to insert this guy on the create and destroy if f dot t time dot create, and we want to add the destroy event f MySQL service dot free. Right now, instead of use this block of code, we want just this block. Instead of seeking the employee on the Apollo data module, we want to use this guy, check pin. I'm going to declare here L local emp ID string, and I'm going to use f my SQL service dot check pin. The parameter is a pin and an emp ID. To the pin, we are going to use the edit pin.text, and the result we want in this local variable emp ID. We want to comment the rest of the code. I'm going to save it and I'm going to run a test. Let's try a different pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. F7. Alright. Table pins. Close. Clear. There's an error here. This must be called pin. Let's fix it. Yeah, that's correct. Let's run again. I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. F7. Emp ID. Close the table. Pins. A new query. Param by name. Receive our password. Pin not found. Okay, continue. Alright. Right now, we want to test using an existing pin 3131. F7, empid, close the table, a new query. The parameter is 3131. Alright, there's an issue here.